Stop! Police!
Oh, shit.
We have a multiple 600 in progress for most of each. Subject is 25 and appears to have shit his pants.
Get back here!
Hey, what's up? This is Community Service with Craig Conant. That's me.
Are we rolling?
Yes.
Oh my God, I got a friend. I'm back. Fuck you, coronavirus. That's all we'll mention of it. Anyways, here.
We've already talked about it for like 45 minutes.
This is, I love this guy with all my heart. This is my good buddy, Adam Mockett. He's a comedian and he doesn't even know it yet.
Am I the first non-official comedian on the podcast?
No, I had Travis and Sean.
Oh, yeah.
Those crazy bastards.
That was the contact high.
Jesus Christ, this bass. Let me bring a blunt and 40s to a sober guy's house. And then Travis spilled like 2 beers in 2 minutes. I was like, my apartment smelled like fucking beers for 2 weeks. I was like, you're killing me, Travis. I was like, I wasn't tempted, but after 2 weeks, I was like, I smell beer every day. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's so good to see you.
I know, I love you. I've known you since what? It's 10,
elementary
11?
school, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Baseball. What people probably don't know about Craig is he's a really good baseball player. He was super good. He's like all-star status.
I know. Thank you, bud. Yeah, I don't look it, but I was quite the athlete. I try to tell motherfuckers, they're like, yeah, right. I see those noodle arms. Who are you kidding?
He was
I
good.
could throw.
He was good. I was not. I was the bench warmer for sure.
No, well, you have one arm. I'm just kidding. That's
Well, you're not kidding. I do have one heart.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the telescope in the room. Doot, 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 doot. I'm sorry. That's so fucking.
It's messed up, dude.
I'm like, no, it's not funny. Are you gonna cry? No. This is why I love him, because when we were kids, we'd go swimming, and this fool would use his paralyzed arm. I don't even know what to call it. After I just offended you and made fun of you, but he would be in the pool, and then he'd use it as like the telescope, like submarines.
No, it works. No, it works, bro.
And we would just laugh. And then in woodshop, remember woodshop?
What?
You don't remember this?
Well, I remember lots of wood shop. I remember.
Mr. Stout, right?
Yes, this
No
guy was like
way.
9 feet tall, like
This
ogre.
guy. I'm not even kidding you. He was
Navarro.
Yeah. No way, Navarro. It's uglier than snot. Get back out there. Everything was slow motion. He's just, I'm not even kidding. He's taller than you, dude.
Yeah, he was.
And he was like 6'7". How tall are you?
6'4".
6'4". Yeah, he was a giant
Yeah.
and like a thick man.
Kind of balding, red hair.
red freckles.
Yeah.
And he had that thin skin disease where he would just be teaching class and blood would drip down his head. And we'd be like, Mr. Stout, like you're scaring us, man. And he'd just dab it like, oh yeah, sorry. And he's teaching wood
Forgot
shop
about that. Yeah.
with sharp blades and shit. We're like, you are not the teacher for this. But I remember we got in trouble when I got the whole class to do book work. That was his thing.
Yeah.
He wouldn't let you in the wood shop if you misbehaved. He was a good teacher, but you're like, come on, man,
Yeah,
just
so
let
we
us slide.
never got to go in because Craig was in the class.
Yeah, I know. And then you were pretending your paralyzed hand was gay, and you're like, stop it. Stop. And we were fucking laughing and laughing. And it was just so funny.
I remember you had to like follow the rules, so you had to make like, I remember making like a cutting board or something stupid, but we wanted
That's
to
not
make.
stupid. My dad still has that cutting board.
I think it's actually pretty cool. My grandma has mine. Actually.
Really? Yeah.
she does. It's actually really cool. But we were wanting to make those tech like ramps and skate park. I remember.
Yeah.
And I found the perfect piece of wood. It was like this like smooth, like professional, like, oh my gosh, this would be perfect for a half pipe. And so I'm like, oh dude, Craig, you got to cut this down so we can make a perfect half pipe.
Yeah.
But the problem, like, you had to use one of those big, like, what is it called, like a bandsaw? Or
Table saw, bandsaw.
But you're not allowed to use it. First of all, you're only supposed to make what you're supposed to make, and then you couldn't.
And this guy is a by the rules motherfucker.
Which he should. He's like got all these dangerous stuff. Like,
yeah. He
crazy
was a
kids.
good teacher. I'll give him that. Minus the blood. He was a good teacher.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, Craig, I was lookout because I'm not about to cut off my only good hand, which I almost already did. I'll tell you about that. It was crazy. But so I'm like, all right, Craig, you cut this thing, like do the machine, I'll cover, like make sure he's good. He's all the way over there, like go ahead, do it. So he takes this piece of wood and he puts the thing in and goes, just like, it could be easy, no big deal. This piece of wood was not a piece of wood.
It had like metal in it, and it like broke them. Like shot.
Everybody's like,
I was like, ah!
Conan! How's the voice? Conan!
I was just like, it wasn't me. And I was just there and broke the machine. I was like, oh fuck, we did book work for like a week after that. I was like, sorry
How about,
guys.
remember one time?
I'm just trying to build a little skate park for the tech decks.
me and Craig, we were friends before, but we became really good friends when we bonded over getting that teacher to quit. English teacher.
Which teacher?
Was it English teacher?
How many? I got a lot of teachers to quit, bro.
Dude, there was this new. She was new. She was fired up, excited. New teacher, ready to go. And it was like me, you, Brandon, and like I think like a terrible all-star cast.
I feel so bad. Like I have haunted dreams of all the teachers I tortured.
Yeah.
I must have got a half dozen teachers to quit. I was awful. I was awful. Which one was this? Miss Clark?
Remember she painted her nails. I don't remember her name, but she painted her nails black. Or maybe she, I don't know. But I do remember her like crying and just leaving and just never came back.
Yeah, I remember
But
that.
that was even.
I try to forget.
One time, so for PE, you had to run around the whole school.
Oh, this is the best story I've ever.
We're like, oh, you know what? Like, here's a good idea, Craig. Let's just like when
wait, you gotta set it up.
Okay.
So, our school was a large school, and one lap around the school was 1 mile. And you know, in physical education, you had to run a mile. So everyone ran around the school this way, you know, like this. So we thought, like, right at the beginning, if we just go the opposite way and then just hide there,
there was like a dumpster right
we
there.
We won't have to run the mile, you know? And then, all right, now you go.
So the teacher saw us, apparently.
We're not good.
We're not good yet. We're just young freshmen, I think. And so the teacher comes, and she's like, and I'm just standing there. She saw me like, dang it. Like, she caught us. Like, that sucks.
He gave up.
And then Craig.
He gives up.
Craig, there's like a little crack, you know, like because he closed thing. Like, literally the cat could not fit through this thing. And so he's like facing this way. And she's like, Craig. And he just doesn't turn around.
She's like, I see you, Craig. I was like, no, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. I was like, if I could just get through this crack. Just like it was something out of a comedy movie. I was like, if I just don't turn around, she won't see me. She got us. That was the Miss U and Miss Genghis. Mr. Genghis? Miss Genghis. Maybe now. You never know. He was married, had a family. I don't think so. But yeah, and then we got Saturday school for that one.
Oh, yeah.
But people don't know about, I don't know how it is in your school district. If you get Saturday school, which is the worst, if you don't show up, when the following day on Monday, you just get in-house suspension. And then you're just in the cafeteria with all the bad kids, which are my friends anyways. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. So I went to one Saturday school.
So
I know.
Stupid.
I went to one Saturday school before I figured that out. I was like, oh, never again. Are you crazy? I was like, that's what happens when you don't go? You miss class that you fucking hate anyways, and then you hang out with your future prison friends. Oh, dark days. Anyways,
so crazy.
Good days.
I was thinking about how. So I mean, I've watched a few of your podcasts, and I know there's a lot of drug talk. But I know my personal story for you is, so I actually had never done drugs ever, never smoked weed ever.
He's a good boy.
The very first time I did it was with Craig.
Oh, shit. I did get you to turn?
Yes. I've done it three times in my life. One time was with you. I only liked it one time. This first time was terrible. So we're at my sister's apartment on Anza. Do you remember this? Like, yeah. So it's like this little apartment. It's me, you, Dane, and Brandon. And
oh no, I think I know where this is going.
Probably smoked a little bit before, but I don't know if you did a ton by that point.
No, we were young. That was maybe 20, 30 times. That sounds like a lot, but later I did that a day. But anyways, we were about 15.
Yeah, something really young, and you had a bong, and so we're alone. I'm like, all right, yeah, let's do it. And I and Brandon get super paranoid and get like freaked out. But this is the worst part. Is Craig and Dane are messing with Brandon so much. So Brandon's like, I'm going to die. Oh my gosh, I think I'm going to die. And I don't know what I'm doing because I'm the first time I've ever smoked weed. I'm like, oh my God, like, let's call the police.
He really can't handle his high. It's his fault. I'm going to fuck with you.
So literally, this is what Craig starts doing to Brandon. He's like, you are going to die. You are going to die. And he starts slamming him against the wall. Like, start slamming them against the wall. That's a little apartment. Like, literally, they swell. Clearly, the neighbors could hear it. And I'm like, oh my God.
He had it coming. We had beef before that. He's Brandon. Oh, I'm not bleep his last name. He probably doesn't care. But we
awesome.
always
Like
fought.
that.
We had this rivalry. We almost got in so many fist fights.
Really?
He's my but we loved each other. He was one of my best friends, but we just butted heads, you know.
Yeah.
And I used to call him Little Jew Boy because he's Jewish, and I know that's fucked up, but it's funny.
Yeah, this is
I
like
wasn't
early
I know-
2000s.
Yeah, you're allowed to be a racist. No, he was my best friend. It was a fucking joke, and I just knew it would piss him off. So I'd be like, "Whatever, Jew boy." He'd be like, "Oh."
Do you remember?
He had the biggest dick. How's this? The tiniest, skinniest, littlest. He's the skinniest guy. He had to take like weight gainer. Dude, the guy had a monster
How
cock.
did I know that?
Because he didn't drink with us. I just looked over. I was like, what the fuck? The skinniest, smallest dude, John Holmes,
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
He dated Michelle later, and
Yeah.
she's like, oh my God, he has the biggest dick. I don't know
Really?
how that
did I not know
happened.
this?
Yeah.
How about- remember-
Fat cock Brandon.
How about, remember when he hit Jason Prepares' car not once but twice in the parking lot?
He was the worst driver. It was terrible. How do you hit a car twice?
No,
Wait a minute.
Seriously, it was like a week apart. It was the
He just got it repaired too, and then he redid it. You can't even write this shit. He hits the car. Oh fuck. Pays the body shop, fixes the car, and then hits it again. Like within 2 weeks.
yeah,
like
JP was
not
like,
even.
I thought you were joking, haha,
you-
like, oh, he's gonna like hit my car again. That's funny. He's like, you
No.
know, I don't look back when I pull out a car, like the parking lot.
Why not? Oh my God. Remember when you. There's a couple. Were you in the car when Dane crashed?
Yes.
Oh my God.
my
We're real
gosh.
ones because we took
I
we took it.
every time I live over there still. It's right over by Delama Mall.
Yeah.
Every single time I drive down that little area, it's like that curve where Wahoo
Yeah.
Fish Tacos is, and it swings up. I always see it. There's like black marks, and from like
Yeah.
100 people have done the same thing.
My buddy Dane, we won't say his last name, but you can figure it out. And this isn't a bad story, but he had a Dodge Valiant or something
Exactly,
like
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
like
60,
a
70.
60, 70, like
That's
had
dope.
some, I don't know what, I'm not a car guy, but like it had some power, you
Yeah.
know? And he takes this turn way too fast.
And he probably like.
He had
just-
his learner's permit. We
That's
didn't have a
right.
license because we had to leave the scene of the
Oh
crime.
my gosh, yes.
And then he loses control, crashes it into the center divider. And then he's like, I don't know how that happened. And in our heads, we're like, I know how it happened. You
Yeah,
took
you
the
go like
turn at
90.
80 miles an hour. What the? I saw it coming. I was like, but you're in high school.
you
You
don't
don't
know.
want to be a bitch.
You don't
You're just
understand like how it works yet.
and then he crashes it, and then like we get a little bit injured. I remember the skateboard bounced around and hit us. I was like, oh. And then we just have to leave because we
Yeah.
can't be with them, and then we just walk home or to the mall or something.
Yeah, we just went to the mall and got a
Yeah.
Jamba Juice.
We
or
just
something.
went to the mall bleeding and got a smoothie. But then remember, you had a Dodge Dart.
Dude, good memory,
Yeah, he had this tanker that reminded me of my Nana's car. God, she got in 50 accidents before we took her license away. Anyways, do you remember when we were at school and we were in the school parking lot and there's those cement parking dividers on the ground that keeps you from pulling forward? And you said, I don't think there's that cement parking block there. I'll just pull forward. And then you don't remember that?
No.
How the fuck can you forget
I
this?
don't know.
Oh my God. So there was a cement thing. He is in a Dodge Dart, which is a tank, and he just goes forward, and you just hear just 2 tons of metal just scraping on cement. And he's like, oh, I'm already started. I'll just muscle through this. And you just hear, just like, it sounded like Pacific Rim, like alien bots fighting, you know? You're just like, and we're all like, oh my God, you don't remember
Suppress the
that?
memory, bro.
It's
Suppress the memory.
and then he just finally gets over it. We almost get stuck, and this muscle car just powers through it. And then we're like, dude, we had to have broken something,
Yeah.
and nothing happened. We just drove
Dodge
off.
Dart, dude, you can't kill the 70s cars, man.
Dude, tanks.
Yeah, it's all about that. All these new cars.
That was the gnarliest noise I think I don't know how you forgot that one. I remember laughing and also being like, are we gonna blow up? Like, what is this noise? What is this noise? Oh my
That's
God.
so good.
I'm
How
gonna
about We
Top you off. I haven't drinking out of this yet. That's why I'm
Okay.
topping you off. Because now I
Okay.
am.
At this
Did
point,
you want any of this?
if you got the
Too late.
virus, you got the virus. I feel like, well, at this point I was still drinking and doing drugs. I got like super sober, straight
really
edge.
Did drugs, though. You just smoked a
Well,
little
yeah.
weed.
I never did drugs,
We
but I
don't.
drank.
We don't count.
And but how about I just thought of this when I was driving here. Remember when Brent's mom would just take us up to PV in her van and we would drink 40s?
Yeah.
If you guys, for those
It was-
who don't know,
it was a
Paul's
hip
already
mom.
like Beverly Hills, like fancy, like super white, super conservative, like area. We would just like,
Six
so
kids in the back,
dangerous.
smoking weed, popping pills, drinking beers with a mom.
Yeah.
And we're just like,
Isn't that
later,
crazy?
we're like, that's
And we never got in
not
trouble.
good.
They never pulled us over.
No. Bro, I drove up there listening to Slayer high on mushrooms, taking turns too fast, just hoping to die. Nothing happened. I was like, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Anyways, don't do
Don't. Yeah.
don't do that, guys.
Yeah, I actually do know people that Joanna went. My wife went to school in PV, and there were kids that literally died. Just went off this
for
cliff.
sure, there's always is.
It's like terrible. Thank God we
It's
didn't.
terrible. We all went to school.
But I remember we had the cheapest. I could never finish them. You guys would chug them so easily, and I'm like, I weigh like 140 pounds, and I'm like trying to be cool in front of you guys, and it's so disgusting. I'm like trying to drink these like piss.
Old
OEs.
English,
Oh,
OE,
so gross.
Mickey's, Steel Reserve, High Life,
piss.
Piss,
Bong
Diarrhea.
water. So gross.
Were you at that party? I don't remember, but I never forget this. So a bong has the mouthpiece and the bowl, right? This one kid that had never smoked weed. I don't know why it is in high school. You always try to get the kids that never done drugs to do drugs, but that's just how it is. I'm sorry, guys. And I was that guy a lot of times.
Rite of
Anyway,
passage.
this kid fills up the bong at my house on the side of the house, fills it up with smoke up here, and then we're like, all right, clear it. Pulls the bong, it was a pull carb, and then goes down here and goes and inhales bong water. And we're like, why did you do that? And he's just coughing, choking, puking up bong water. And we're like, I don't even remember who it was. I just remember the event. And we all were like, you what?
He just didn't know what he was doing.
No.
That's so amazing.
He just inhaled bong water. He's like, I don't like this. I was like, you did it wrong. You did it wrong. That was this one.
This is the craziest. I don't know. This might have been the first time I actually saw weed, and the most I've ever seen since this point. So I go to Craig's house, and we were like, at this point,
I liked weed.
I was straight edge at this point. I wasn't really. I think. I don't remember, but. We go to Craig's house. He's living at his parents' house, and he just opens up his closet. And he doesn't even hide it. He had like a T-shirt there, and he moves a T-shirt, and I swear to God, he had this. I've never seen. It was like a pillow of just bag of marijuana. I'm like,
It was a pound or a 5
I'm
pack?
like, what
5
the
pounds.
heck? Like, where did you get that? Like, I was freaking out. I was like, what, man? Like, yeah.
I got
just
good
like,
cousins, bro.
Did your mom know you had that? Like at that point, nobody
No,
even knew,
my
right?
mom is the most straight-laced lady. Weed is like heroin. She's like, that's the devil, you know. Like I'm over here with a pound, and she's in the next room knocking on the door. I'm like, get out of here! Like, leave me alone. It was like, what's that Will Ferrell movie where he's like, where's the meatloaf? It wasn't like quite like that, but I was like, I literally like, where's my burrito? And then I had a pound of weed, and my friends are like,
He had the
what?
sweetest setup, dude. He had his bedroom, and then his bedroom walked into a garage, and the garage was like the ultimate bachelor pad, basically.
Dude, that
so dope.
I wish there was no Snapchat, no Instagram. Like this garage, dude. We had a domino poker table, a foosball table, a fucking a
TV,
dartboard,
refrigerator.
a TV, a refrigerator, a keg trash can, a recycler because we're responsible.
Yeah,
Dude, it was the
couches
best.
and stuff.
I had throwing knives. We'd throw it at the
Yep.
dartboard, and then the rule was, because sometimes we weren't good at it, if it bounced back and you catch it, you get to throw it again. And then we were stupid.
Oh my! You know what's so crazy about? Oh my gosh! I just realized this right now.
Uh-oh.
So you know all the crazy stories you hear about Craig and how he's like driving on the driveways of people's yards and knocking over trash cans.
Yeah.
I don't think people realized He lived down the street from the police station.
I lived a block away from
No
the cop.
joke. You can throw a baseball at the police station where his garage was. So all these crazy stories that you always tell them, like launching potato guns and things like that, it was at the police station.
We used to soak potatoes in gasoline and then shoot them at the police station.
It's so crazy. I was thinking
And
about, like,
probably came close to hitting it, and I don't understand any of it.
even now, if I drive during that area, I'm like, I slow down, I get nervous.
Dude,
the court's there, everything. Like, so many cop cars everywhere.
I am dumbfounded of how I wasn't arrested 19 times before I was 18.
Yeah.
Like, we were insane. Shooting a potato gun. I don't think you guys understand. I made 3 versions of the potato gun. The first one was about hip high. The next one was about nipple high. The next one was head high. Like, I made cannons. They shot potatoes 300 yards. And then they're like, well, what happens when we soak the potato in gasoline? A little blue flame through the night sky.
Yeah. That was awesome.
It was so fun.
That was so
I'm glad
awesome.
none of that's on film. I actually hope. Well, maybe
That'd be kinda
fastest.
cool.
That'd be cool.
You've got some good pictures of that garage though. You've like, no, nobody took any pictures, like, at least with the
I was drugged out,
throwaway
man. You
cameras or
think I
anything?
was capturing the moment? I was getting high.
That's a bummer. You guys were there for a long time. I mean, even your sister like moved in and stuff later, right?
Yeah. And then I
sweet spot.
eventually moved in with them, and eventually got
You know what you should
kicked
do?
out.
You should do like a throwback where you just go there and like show people like this was the house.
Yeah.
It's still there. It looks the same.
Yeah, my mom rents it out to a nice family.
Oh, cool. You still own it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that I don't understand it.
How awesome would it be if you can like eventually get it for yourself and just make that your podcast in the garage from back in the day?
That's too
That'd be full
far.
circle. I know you wouldn't want to go. That's true.
We're trying to refinance to get the mortgage lower so my sister can move in there with her children
That'd be sweet.
because it's a little
Cutest
high
freaking
right now.
daughters and kids.
Oh my
ever.
God.
Oh my gosh.
You have a beautiful family. This guy
Yeah. 4
just-
daughters.
just sprouted out 4 beautiful daughters, his beautiful wife, beautiful home. He's just doing it.
I know. You know, it's so crazy. So Craig calls me up and he's like, dude, you're really funny. I want to do this improv class with you. Like, come with me to this improv class. I'm like, all right, yeah, man, that'd be cool. Let's do it. Let's go. So he's in his truck and he picks me up. He's super stoned.
Second City, Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah.
Okay. So we're in his like truck, right? And then we pull up and then he smokes more weed and he gets super, super high. And then we go in there. And for those of you who've never done improv, there's like all these little things you could do where you like do it as a team, basically.
Now, I don't want to be mean, but like these are theater nerds and I'm just stoner kids. Just, you know what I mean? It's just like everyone flew in from out of state to pursue their dream. And I'm like,
And I just remember this one particular time where there was like one guy gets up there and he starts doing something where you're supposed to be like building onto it. So it's like, we're building a machine or something. We're building this machine. So this guy's going to start and then someone else is going to jump in and kind of connect. And we're just going to be like a train or like, it was something like that. So it was like, so someone started doing it and they're like, and the next person gets in and like, clink, 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 clink. And then Craig just jumps in and clearly was not paying attention and super stoned. He just starts like straight up like The Office. What's his name? Like
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell. Like literally goes in there just like, it's like starts shooting people. What are you doing?
I remember this. Yeah, I just.
I remember you being so embarrassed afterwards. You're like, I don't know. Like,
I don't know what happened out
understand.
there. I remember a lot of people didn't want to work with me. I remember the people that did though. They were like seasoned veterans. Because I was, you know, either fall on my face and we all get bloodied up or grand slam home run out of the park. And those veterans that could take care of me and handle me, it was the shit. But if you weren't that, we were going to die in that scene. And
I believe it.
that's why I went to stand-up.
So more of a solo.
I remember the teacher and my class like yelling at me. The teacher sat me down like, "Are you high?" I was like, "No." She's like, "Go sit outside." I was like, I'm like 26 at this point. Like, I'm like, this isn't high school anymore. I'm still getting kicked out of class that I paid for.
That's true. Yeah, it's probably better that you're more of a kamikaze bomber now when you're doing stand-up.
Yeah,
things.
dude, that was. You only went to that one. I already
Yeah,
told.
well, here's what's crazy, and you can tell it, but I'll just say this: the reason why I didn't continue with the class is that day, I go pick up my wife, and I found out that my wife was pregnant with my very first daughter that day. So like, oh, I gotta like go make money, basically.
Family man loser over. No, I'm just
know.
kidding. No, you made the right choice. You have
Nah.
a gorgeous family.
Yeah, but what were you saying?
Oh, I just as the class continued, I got a little better, but I was so nervous that everything went to a Southern woman's voice. Like that was my crutch. I was like, well, and like the teacher was like, Craig, you can't do that for every single scene. You have to. And I swear to God, like I would be like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And then I wouldn't do it for like a minute, and then all of a sudden like the lip would quiver and it'd be like, well, and then it would kill, but it was like not the purpose of the exercise. And I was like, I can't help it. It's just scary stuff. And it just everything went to a Southern fucking bell. Like I don't know. And everything was about poop and shit. I remember this one.
Well, that hasn't changed.
That hasn't changed one bit. But this teacher, Jamie Moore, she's so funny. I love her. She helped me out so much. And she's been on TV a bunch of shit. You Google her. But she was like just broke. She was a fan, but she's like, God damn it, Craig. It can't always be about shit. I was like, I'm sorry. This is all I know. Oh, fuck. That was some fun times, dude. I don't remember half of it. I want to like find the kids I was in class with in the very beginning, but like, so what happened? Like, you know, like just I just remember I was a shit show, and some of it was good and a lot of it was bad. But when it was good, it was unreal good.
Well, so you didn't get sober till much later.
Much later, yeah.
So you did that all when you were like.
Yeah, I was all fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
How about I just.
Yeah, I did. What?
I was gonna say, remember when we went to the NASCAR thing together?
Oh my God.
Like VIP.
That was a good. My dad was
Super expensive
dating
tickets.
this white trash lady that was super into NASCAR, and she was awful. A real troll, that one.
Remember she.
She had hairy legs. She was an OCD lady, and like if you moved like this cap somewhere, she'd be like, "Who moved my cap?" And I was a little shit, so I would always move. She had this whole glass case of figurines. Like I don't even know what it was, but maybe those Precious Moments figurine, and I would just move them all. Like she'd yell at my dad, "Your son's a monster." He'd be laughing, I'd be laughing. What are you gonna do, lady? I'd just take like a tissue box just cause I knew it would drive her mad. I had 3 tissue boxes. I didn't even need tissue. I just wanted to piss her off. Anyways. So this horrible lady gave us like free VIP tickets.
Super expensive.
Super, like I remember like to NASCAR, the funny cars, the jet. That was the craziest
drag
shit.
racing.
Drag racing with the umbrellas. I mean the
what it's called? Drag
the
racing?
parachute. Yeah, it's called funny cars, and they go 0 to 250 miles per hour and like that.
Yeah.
Remember the noise?
Oh,
like,
dude, yeah.
Dude, we
Smell.
had we
Remember the
had
smell.
earphones on and everything, and just the.
Yeah.
We're like, whoa! They had VIP, the box, like the equivalent
Food,
of box seats at
yeah.
a ballpark, you know,
Yeah.
food, just royalty. It's like the highest, most expensive tickets you could have. 3-day passes.
How did she even get those?
Her dad was in the business
Oh, okay.
and used to race or something and had companies. Anyways, this actually started. We didn't mean to do this,
Yeah.
so we went the first day. And it was way out in Pomona, the Pomona Speedway.
It's kind of boring. Like you get unless you're into it.
Yeah,
Like, it's like
after an hour,
alright.
you're like, okay, like I'm tired of getting sprayed in the face with gasoline, like that. You know, that's not our thing. So we had a good day. It was fun, and we were leaving. We still had these 3-day passes, and we're like, they're really expensive. And then we're like, fuck, we're not coming back. And we literally said, well, we might as well sell them, you know, or even give them away. And we did, like, we sold them dirt cheap. We found a guy and we're like, yo, this is $500
Yeah, it's
tickets.
like 50
you give us
bucks or
50
something.
bucks.
Yeah.
Like, we're not coming back. He was like, oh my God, yeah. And so he got them. And then we get to your goddamn Dodge Dart and the battery died. So now we have to call my dad or go back and get him and his girlfriend. I didn't name her. I'm learning lessons. I talk shit. And then they come and they jump our car, and then she's
just in case. I think we should take the. I mean, we're going to be here, so just why don't you give me the tickets?
give us the tickets in case you don't come back.
And then again, same thing. Craig, who's in my car, is like this. Just doesn't look at her. Like, doesn't look.
I used to always do that. That was my MO. I have so many more stories about that. It's like, well, if I just play dead, like, they won't ask me any more questions. And then she's like, hello, like, can I have the tickets back? It's just won't respond.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, finally, like, hey. Like, and I was like, we sold them. And
I think we lied about how much we sold them for, at least. So
did we not? I don't know. I was like, I ain't giving her the money.
Yeah, I know. We did keep it.
We were teenagers. I was like $1 million.
I don't know where they are.
I lost. Anyways, I felt bad about that, but that wasn't even like a fucking car, dude. I know, dude. I swear to God, I have gotten so many jumps and ran out of gas because the gas gauge was broken on that car. So I had a skateboard and like 3 gas cans in the back of that thing. All the time, I'd run out of gas. Hey, buddy, here's a word of advice: just fill up. Oh no, it was like fill up all the time. Expensive back then. I had no money. Yeah, that's true. We were broke kids. Yeah, that was when you used to go to the pump. Like, who's got chips on this? Yeah. Who's chipping in? Yeah. We're driving to Torrance. That's 3 miles. Give me $5. That'd be so many times. We'd be high out of our minds when like me and Becker and my mom would walk in. Be like, you guys are loaded, and I'd just be like, and then Mike, poor bastard, would have to answer, and he's like, Craig, like, say something, help me out, I'm your friend, this is your mom, goddamn, and she'd have to turn to him because I'd be like, I'm not here. That was my MO, dude. I did that all the time. Doesn't work. It works with the cops though. Oh yeah. It was training. Yeah, see, get a lawyer. Anyways, so good. How about my wedding? Oh no, this is when you're probably in your like peak. Oh, that was the darkest days. Because I got married in 2000. Oh, it was so fucked up then. I don't know, it was like 10 years ago. Just pilled out, 10 years ago, drugged out, and so we get married at a wedding. But then the ceremony or the party or whatever was at my wife's house, and this guy goes, no, there's nothing negative. It's just funny. This is fun. It wasn't for me. It's funny for everybody else. This is for you people. So first of all, Johanna is like, who is this guy that keeps stepping on my dress? Who is this guy? And then he eventually ends up on the roof. Now this is not just a normal like this kind of roof. This is like a big house roof, like high ceiling roof. And so you go on this balcony. Like the adrenaline, guys. And the balcony, we had like the cigar lounge thing. It was like super cool. And everyone's just smoking cigars, chilling it. But somehow Craig in his tuxedo is on the roof, like climbed out on the roof. And then people are like, who is that guy? Why is he on the roof? He's like, he's got a job. I'm like, he's not going to jump. That's Craig. Like, oh, that's just Craig. I just kept dancing. Oh, God. Dude, you don't even know. I remember like at some point, the party was over and there was all this food out. I was like trying to steal wheels of cheese. I'm like, well, this cheese is going to go to waste. This is good cheese. And like putting it in my tuxedo, get the bars later. And I think that was the night we went bar hopping and I've told the story before where I climb on the roof of Fat Face Spinners and I jumped off. Dude, okay. I heard you tell the story. That was your wedding, right? Yes. Oh, but I was talking because my friend, you remember my friend Vince? He was with you. I wasn't there because I was having sex. I just got married. Yeah. But he was telling me, he was like, dude, no. What you don't realize about this, when he talks about like trying to get in. So Fat Face, if you guys have been there in Hermosa, it's like the one that's right in the middle and you have to kind of go upstairs, but there's this bridge. There's like this balcony where everyone hangs out and it's really cool. And so everyone's like waiting in line because it's late at night and it's like hard to get in this place. So people are just kind of waiting. And then Craig's like, I'm not going to wait in line. Like, screw this. But I didn't even tell the people we were with. Yeah. They were waiting in line. In my head, this is how psycho I was. This is why I'm like putting my head down. And I was like, fuck this line. I'm going to get in. And I don't tell them. I just walk away, go around the back in the alleyway. No, that's the problem. So that's not what you did. That's what you thought. Hold this. I got to tell you. Hold this because I need you to be my. Okay. So that's not what he did. Where you go, there's all these bars. And then there's this little
bridge thing, and that's where everybody can see you. It's not in the back. You thought that you were in the back. You were in the front, like right where everybody could see you. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like right there. And so he said, what was so crazy about it is I have no idea how he did it, because he had somehow climbed up, but he had shimmied his way and like a rock climber, and he's climbing, and you're hanging like in the middle where everybody could see you. And so they're just looking at you. And
I
then,
remember how I got up there.
and then well, you could say that, but then like Vince was like, dude, is that Craig? And then he finally gets up, but as soon as he gets up, everyone's just like waiting for him to get up, and then they walk him down and throw him out like instantly.
Yeah.
And got in.
No, I remember. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like I remember that. That was later. I was waiting in line. I was just like, fuck this line. I'm getting in, you know. I go around the back of the alley where there's these pipes. I climb up the pipes. The bouncers see me out the gates, climbing the pipes onto the roof. Keep in mind, this is not... this is like a 3-story building, and I'm
very
whacked
crowded.
out. It's
very
very
crowded.
It was a holiday weekend. That's why there was a line. I climb up. I get up high enough. Like the bouncers, it's like a movie. They're going, "Hey, get down here!" Like, what are you doing? Trying to grab my feet. Like, stop it! And I'm going, "Fuck you!" I go on the roof, and then that's when I get to.
Like as soon as you get up.
I'm walking on the roof to the bar where a whole world can see me. Then that part happens where I hang down, I fall into people, I spill drinks, they fuck me up because they're mad, you know, like, get the hell out of here. And they throw me down, I get all messed up, I remember bleeding and shit, and then, this is the funniest part, and then I get back in line to wait to go back in like a normal person, and they're like, get out of here, we're calling the cops. And I was like, hey guys, we gotta go to another bar. I burnt this spot up. And then I got kicked out of the underground. And then this was the night I got kicked out of, it was called Union Cattle.
Oh, Union Cattle, yeah. All these places have changed names.
Yeah, so many times. And that's when I was wetting toilet. It was a 2-story bar, and I was wetting toilet paper and throwing it down at people and laughing. And I'm like, get that guy. I'm running from bouncers. They kicked me out, and I was a crafty guy. I snuck back in, and they're like, what the fuck? And then they picked me up, and they threw me in the bushes. And my buddy said, like, I was like in the air going, ah! And then I'm mad, and then I throw beer bottles at the bouncers. Glass shatters on them, and there was also a bunch of buff guys around.
That Craig always goes to the next level.
Yeah. I could have ended without the glass. It would have been kind of funny, and then it gets a little... Anyways, so then the glass hits these gentlemen, and they're all big bouncers and just bros, like Affliction. And I was like, uh-oh, I'm not sticking around here to find out. And I just run. Jason Hidalgo, I'm going to name him. It's okay. He's one of my best buds. So then he sticks around. He almost gets murdered by like...
This is all the same day?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I was an eventful
What
man.
an episode.
And he almost gets jumped by big giant buff guys. I don't know any of this happened because of me. 100% because of me. So then later, I get picked up by Luke and Hidalgo, and then he's pissed at me, understandably so. And then I don't know this though, and then he's like, I don't know. We start play fighting, but we're not. He's serious. Yeah. I'm not. You know. And then like he punches me, and then I punch him, and then we're fighting in Luke's car while he's driving, like just like, and then Luke pulls over like, what the fuck, you know, because we're fist fighting in an Infiniti G35 hatchback 2-door. It's not a car for fist fighting.
Actually it is, because you can close.
And then like he pulls over, Hidalgo pulls me out and stomps my face. His glasses fall out, and then I think he realized like, whoops, I might have gone too far, and he like takes off. I'm just like, and my jaw's all fucked up, and then I'm all coked up, and then so I don't feel it that much, you know. And then Luke drops me off at my house, and he's like, just stay home, Craig. And I was like, fuck that, and I ran back to Luke's house looking for a dog to fight him, but they weren't there. And then Luke like ends up seeing me, and he's like, what are you doing back here? And like takes me home again. He's like, stay home, man. And I was like, it's cocaine, man. It's a hell of a drug. And then the next day I was like, I had his glasses. I was like, I'm gonna break these. And then when I woke up, I was like,
Dang it.
I kind of had that coming. And then I called him and apologized to him. And I'm not perfect, but I'm just saying, it takes a big man to apologize after you got your face stomped.
Yeah.
And then the dog was like, yeah, I accepted it. And then he apologized for
super
stomping my
sweet guy.
face.
Seems-
Came and picked up his glasses, and we're friends now.
Yeah.
Hey, when
it's
sometimes
actually-
sometimes you gotta get your head
It's
stomped.
pretty amazing how your face doesn't look like.
Bro, I
your-
couldn't chew for a week. I need soup.
I know, but not even just that.
I didn't
like,
even go to the doctor.
I
my
feel
whole,
like
I don't
many
know. I
many
don't know.
times you should have had
Oh,
like
I should be dead.
broken nose,
oh,
broken
dude.
eyes.
Oh, I
and-
did. It broke a little bit right here. One,
You look
can't.
pretty good, man.
You
look
know,
pretty
I
good.
don't
No
know.
scars.
I got good genes.
It's like we were talking about your was it your uncle or grandpa was like just not healthy at all his whole life, and he's still just like fine and doing healthy.
Dude.
And then other people were like organic, all whole foods.
I don't understand it.
Just die of cancer like 45.
My dad's 73, been an alcoholic for 60 years of that, and eats Vienna sausage out the can, and is still just like yelling like.
I love. I can't wait till you can go visit him again because I love when you show that.
Oh, dude, it's on.
It's back on?
Tonight. Yeah, I'm done.
Nice.
I quarantined for 60 fucking days.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go see my
It's time.
my family.
It's time. I got a positive story. Bring it back before it got too gnarly.
Okay,
when
good.
so we did driver's ed together, and so we show up the first day, and there's I don't know if you remember this, but there's all these glass, just windows. So he's going in there and he like looks and he's like, all right, just like looking in the mirror and just kind of picking his nose and like making sure everything's like looking good. I'm like, all right, and he like looks all good. He's like, all right, there's gonna be some hot girls in there, like fired up. And he gets in there, and then we walk in, and there's like 30 people that were just sitting in there looking at him. It's like, because it's not a mirror, it's just a glass window.
It was the mirror windows where like it's a mirror to me, but they can see through, and I'm going, yeah. And I'm like, oh. Whoopsie daisy. Oh man, I remember I didn't finish driver's ed,
Really?
and I didn't get my license because you have to do permit at 15 and a half. Then you get your license at 16, but because I was just mad at myself for being a lazy sack of shit, but I had money because I sold a little bit of weed, so I just bought a car and just drove it. Remember the
really?
Ford Bronco too?
I totally remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't know that you didn't have a license.
No, I didn't tell anybody.
That was the
I didn't
whole,
know who was down, who wasn't.
That's the
you know?
whole. Don't say anything.
And we called it the Bronco box. We just hot box it.
I remember that a long
Ford
time.
Bronco. Oh, the little one, Ford Bronco too. That was an awesome car.
Yeah. So good. Did you? So you had the Bronco, and then you had the truck. Was that afterwards? Because I remember the truck for some reason.
Which truck? White truck or
Yeah, I think so.
brown truck? I had a lot of trucks. I only had
Brown
trucks
Jack,
until
green
this
Jack, who gives
Camry.
a-
I had Ford Bronco and then a Ford Explorer in 91, 92, like the Jurassic Park one.
Yeah.
Oh, this shit was so dope. And then I had a Toyota pickup, then a Ford Ranger, then a
you got a lot
Chevy
of cars,
S10.
man. Oh dang. Okay.
I buy them outright.
Okay.
I buy buckets, baby. Yeah. I've never had a car payment in my life.
Oh really?
I buy them. Yeah. Fuck that shit.
Smart. How about remember we used to we were really good friends during like freshman year basically right away, and we would eat in the cafeteria, and I swear it was like an 80s movie. We'd just start food fights
Oh my
all
God.
the time.
All the time. Just food wars. All those poor, we call them narcs. I don't know the new
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
It's the lady. Oh my God. Those, I
Gnarly-
remember
and it
I
would just
sprayed the
start-
one.
The whole cafeteria would go off.
We just throw. Oh my God. We were awful. Or I was. You were good.
I mean,
kid.
I don't know. You were not. We were all
It was
just
fine.
being
It was fine.
kids.
But I remember I'd always like, it was always fun. And I'd be like, how can I take this further? And then remember that one of the ladies was particularly annoying. She's just trying to do her job. And I sprayed her ass with fart spray. For those of you that don't know, fart spray is like fermented dog shit in a can. It is like the
Disgusting.
worst
stink bombs,
smell.
like, basically.
Stink bombs, but like even worse.
Yeah.
And I just felt bad because like she probably thought she shit herself, but she didn't. The smell was following her all day. She was just like, I wonder what happened. It was me, lady. I'm really sorry. Dude, were you at the party when my sister's boyfriend's kid found the fart spray, came in the house? It was like 20, 30 high school
my
kids, and just goes
God.
like this. and just sprays the farts. But we're like, no. And he's like, I was like, karma's a bitch. He just ruined the party. Oh man, it's Steven. He's a good kid.
So good. That's good memories, man. How about remember when I got nominated for homecoming team, but I remember I didn't care at all. I was like, dude, I don't care if I win this thing. But I was like, if I ever got nominated, there would be the big rally. I was like, I'm just gonna fall in front of everybody. I'm just gonna trip in front of everybody. And I was telling this to Rachel. Remember Rachel Levy?
Yeah.
And so she was total like jokester too, like really funny girl. And so we're at the big, is that what's called, a rally, like in the gymnasium or whatever. And then they say, and nomination, Adam Mockett and Rachel Levy. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's happening. Because she was like one of the only people that I told I was going to do this to. It just like, it was God. God was like, it's time to happen. This is going to happen. So we're at the top of the bleachers. And I go, and she's coming from this way. And I'm coming from that way, and I just look at her, and she just kind of nods like this is happening. And it was the most epic, incredible, like I really got hurt, and so did she. Just like rolled down the stairs, like stumbling.
You committed, man. You committed.
And what's so crazy about this, like years later when I was doing music, there was this girl that was a freshman when I was a senior. I was a senior. And she's like, I remember I just thought that you were like really cool, but I felt so bad for you when you fell, like got nominated. And I never admitted it. I'm like, oh, I know, dude. That was the worst.
You get it, man. You get the gag. I told you you're a comic. I live for moments like that.
So good.
Were you in the woodshop class when I put the fake poop on Miss Evans' car and she just saw me? It was the same shit. Like, it was the same thing as like the driver's ed. Like there was a window. This wasn't even a two-way.
Yeah.
Like it was. I just put not Miss Evans. It was Miss Prado, like the bitch
I don't
teacher.
remember
Miss Evans was cool.
I can't remember any teachers' names.
It was a bitch teacher, and I was like, I hate this lady. So she saw just get me in trouble. I probably deserved it. Now I think about it, but there was this big old loaf of shit, but like fake poop. But I was like, I'm gonna put it on her car, and then she just watched me do it through the window. I was literally like tiptoeing, like the whole class laughing at me. They're like, what are you doing, you idiot? She's right there. She's watching you. And then I remember I did it, and she's like, Craig, and I was like, fuck. And then I got detention.
She should have just been like, that's funny. Take it off.
That's fake poop.
Come on.
Later, I put real poop. No,
neither here nor there.
I did something bad. I don't even want to admit to.
Do it.
I put a bolt in her tire.
Did you really?
Yeah. I told you I didn't want
always
to admit it. I always.
He's like, oh, it'd be really funny putting poop on the car. It'd be really even funnier.
Let's kill her. Oh fuck! I like to have fun, and sometimes you gotta push the envelope. I don't do that now.
I think you probably do in other ways.
Sometimes I yogurt up some cars. Anyways,
Wait.
what? They park bad. I throw yogurt on their car.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's not eggs.
No, yeah, it's good. They should deserve that. Especially here, man.
I don't
There's
have
nowhere
eggs.
to park.
It's whatever I have in the fridge. Anyways, yeah, I may need to edit this part now. I'm not perfect. I got anger problems. I got anger problems. I'm losing it. Anyways, happy stuff.
I remember. So we So I had decided, I'm like, okay, cool. I have to pursue this. I have to like make money and do business. And you're going to do, at this point, I don't know if you started improv yet, or maybe you did.
I think I was starting to.
Just started. But remember you went to that conference with me? I'm like, come on, dude. Like, it's going to be good. You'll make some money, like entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And you and Jeff Robson went. And then I actually went to the meetings and you guys just never
went to the bar.
Yeah, like the whole time.
Yeah. Thanks for the trip.
Free trip.
It was like a vacation. He got us hotel rooms.
Messed up, man.
what did you expect from me, man? I was on drugs, dude. He's like, yeah, you got to go to these meetings and do this business shit. I'm fucking popping pills and drinking. And then I didn't go. What a shocker. I think I went to one. And
Was it
then
meant
me
to
and
be?
Jeff went to one. Those probably like 6 meetings or whatever. And we
Yeah.
just ditched the rest and went to the bar. And I remember you coming. It was the first time I seen you, man. You're like, what the heck, guys? Like, why did you guys come? And I was like, and we were like,
I don't know.
I got busy. We're in a hotel on vacation. There was nothing. We had nothing. I had a meeting with the TV. Anyways, thanks for taking me. I forgot, when you did music, didn't you do music with Cold War Kids before they were Cold War Kids or some shit?
Yeah, we played some shows with them. That was cool. I was
I remember that. Seeing
Yeah.
Cold War Kids in like Redondo Beach at
Yeah.
a coffee shop.
yeah, we did that, and then like there was a lot of like cool like hardcore bands back then. That's when I was like really in the straight edge of the
I
teen
was a
center
hip
and
hop
stuff.
guy. I always thought you guys were pussies.
This was before like,
edge.
there was
All
not many
these
white people
kids.
that liked hip hop back in those days. You were revolutionary.
Well, I'm half Mexican.
It's true. So am I.
Yeah, I remember it was like me, Hidalgo, JP went to
Yeah.
hip hop, and you and Dane and Prude and all those other
It's true.
pussies were like straight edge, scream core. I'm like
Yeah.
blah blah blah. I'm like, that's
I know.
hardcore.
I was telling my daughters, I was like, dude, you guys don't even know. Like, I used to be the lead singer of a hardcore band. Now I know all the words to all the Taylor Swift albums. And
Good
it's
album.
like stuff. It really is good.
Boo, 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 boo. I don't know.
And I'm stuck with all these girls, all these daughters. Oh my gosh, dude, check this out. So we're in quarantine, right? And so it's very, very difficult to have sex because I have
Yeah.
4 daughters.
Yeah.
And we're stuck at the house. And so I'm like, all right, cool. Like, let's just like, the 2 older ones are doing Zoom in school. She's in 1st grade and 3rd grade. And so we're in the shower. I'm like, all right, it's my time. Like, let's get it down. And then Sadie, she's a 6-year-old. She didn't know that she minimized the Zoom. So it's still going. The Zoom's still going, but she can't see it. So she walks into the shower. I thought I locked it. She walks into the shower and I can hear the teacher talking. I can hear the teacher talking to all the kids. They're all on. And she's like, I'm off Zoom. I can't. I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Like, I can hear the teacher. You're not. It's like, get out. And she's like, no, it's good. Like, look. And she flips the screen and takes the whole 1st grade class. And they're like, sex ed class, basically.
Oh shit! No.
Can you believe that?
You're a sick fuck.
I know. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry,
all right.
teacher.
4 kids. You got to get it in when you can.
Got it. Gotta get it.
That's so funny.
Isn't that crazy?
I've heard Zoom horror stories. I think that's the worst one. And also, if you knew him and his wife, they're just good people. Like, you know,
And we're
like,
good at sex.
you hear that. Yeah, they got 4 kids. You hear that happens to me. You're like, I saw that coming. You know, that happens to him. You're like, oh shit. Oh my God, that's funny.
Oh my
I
gosh.
see you got some
No, those are just like
stories.
Yeah, when I was in the car and you were late, you said, "Be here, don't be late, bro."
Well, he's always
Don't
late,
be
so I
late.
told him 1 p.m. to get him here by 1:30 p.m.
Never late.
You're late. You late. You always late. Did I ever tell you? I don't know if I'm. We could edit it out. But when I was doing the court-ordered beach cleanup, I ran into your brother,
Oh, really?
a fellow knucklehead,
Yeah.
Dustin. Love
You went
that
down
dude.
the other. I went one way because my dad was a drug addict, and I saw it ruin his life. And I think you either like see that and you're like, I'm just gonna do that
You
too.
dive in or you dive
Yeah,
out.
and I went the total opposite. I'm like,
Yeah,
screw
he went.
this,
You went
I'm
the
out.
good route. Your brother went the hard route. I went the hard route.
He's doing good now.
A lot
He's
of us
out.
go the hard. Yeah, I saw that. He's got family now.
Yeah.
He's doing good shit. Yeah, so this old shit, you know, but you know, the funny thing about court-ordered Caltrans beach and freeway cleanup, when you're a knucklehead, it's like every day I would run into a different homie that was also in trouble with the law, and your brother was one of them.
Yeah.
I remember, and it's really weird because the people in charge of that are like city workers, but they also are dealing. Not me and your brother weren't pieces of shit. Maybe at that moment in our lives, but like
Just
they're
not
dealing
big
with
little ones.
some gnarly people, you know. So they're kind of like prison guards, you know. It's really weird. There's just no bullshit.
Yeah.
If you talk back, you get sent home. You could work 7.5 hours of an 8-hour day, and if you get lip with the guy, like, go home. This day doesn't count. You're like, oh.
That was
So I remember, I'm a procrastinator, lazy sack of poopy. So I literally wait till there's 10 days left to get it done, and I have 10 days to get 10 days done. And I already got an extension. I called my lawyer. I was like, can I get another extension? He's like, what? He's like, no, finish it, you idiot. Like, what? I already got you an extra 6 months. You can't do 10 days? Yeah. Anyways, I literally, thank God I was in good graces with all my managers. And also one of my managers at that time, he was a SAE. You know, he did some time at it. I was like, hey, fool, I got to do this shit or I'm going to jail. And he's like, God damn it. So he gets my shifts covered. Now I'm in the court-ordered Caltrans freeway beach cleanup shit. And your brother's there, and it was like my 8th or 9th day, you know? And I can't mess up, you know? And then one of the, it's very difficult for me. Very. Keep in mind, I can't mess up, and I'm still smoking weed on my lunch break, right next to the guys. And I look back, I'm like, "What are you doing?" Anyways, your brother starts getting picked on by one of the guards, the city workers, and then I don't know why I did this, but I stood up for your brother, and I was like, "Fuck." His name was like Bob. I was like, "Fuck you, Bob. Look at you and your beard. You probably got a little heroin stashed in that beard, you degenerate." Like I hit him hard, and I hit him with some insults that I thought to be true. And the way it hit him, he's like, "Go home." Yeah. He's like, "You're done." And I literally did the possum thing, and I was like, "No." I was like, "Just keep sweeping." That never happened. Yeah. He never said that. And then he just walked away, and I got credit, and I was like, "Oh my God!" So I would have went to jail. Oh my God. Anyways,
dude, thanks, man.
So I'm
holding out for the family because you're familiar, man.
Yeah, man. I was like, he's picking on you, bro. Then and I remember I met this one kid, Philly. There, I was just like, this. I thought
Philly and Philip, dude.
I know that's my middle name, Philip. Philip. His name on social media was like Philly. DGAF, Philly don't give a fuck. This guy was a knucklehead. I thought I was a knucklehead. He's level up knucklehead. And he's telling stories, and it's a one time me and the guards, you know, were laughing. I was just like, you're going to get this again. You know, and just this guy had stories. I was like, oh. Yeah. Anyways, good kid. I saw him on Sunset maybe about a year ago. He's like, yeah, what's up, bro?
Still not giving an F.
He didn't give a fuck, dude. That guy was crazy. He was the one I'd smoke weed on lunch with. Like, I don't give a fuck. My brother
wasn't smoking weed with you? He for sure was smoking weed.
Probably.
Maybe he had his own stash, wasn't trying to share.
Yeah.
Man, it's good, man. It's so good, like, to be around human being and connection. I'll just tell you right now.
I know, dude. I was so happy. I was dying on those solo episodes. I look at him. I'm like, hey, Chris, when I stop talking and the sweat goes down my head, help me. Help me out, man.
I will tell you, though, well, people should know because we haven't really brought it up, but I changed my right hand. When I was a baby, I had a bad reaction to a vaccination, which I know a lot of people are like, what? No, you can't have side. Dude, just so you know, there's a huge freaking lawsuit that went down. Bunch of people got money from it. I didn't. JP's cousin did because his mom actually sued and made a lot of money from it. So it was basically like a bad batch in 1984 or something.
There's been a lot of bad batches. That's my whole thing. I try to tell people, look, I'm not anti-vaccine. I'm just like, what's in that vaccine? Yes. Is it right? Like every human body is different. Yes. I knew this is a weird example, but it's true. When we got into Oxycontin and synthetic heroin, some people got sick and threw up. Some people, it was home. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with vaccine. Yeah, some like get paralyzed. Didn't JP's cousin go blind?
I don't know if he's fully blind, but he was like special needs for sure. Like mine was pretty minor. I kind of walked with a little bit of a gangster lean and but
it just made him a pimp.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
no, but that's my whole, like, you can't talk about this shit without just being like labeled a fanatic. That's why I love Tim Dillon and you know, because it's like, I
saw that post, I had to repost it. It was like,
dude, it's so good because there's so many doctors. This Dr. Shiva is running for Senate in Massachusetts. He's like, mass vaccination is not the latest technology. Like, there's so much better medicine out there. Why are we using and like even this? I'm gonna get like the people are gonna come after me. He's anti-vaccine. I'm not anti-vaccine. It's like, how about the right vaccine for the right person? How is there one vaccine for 50 million
not even
people?
A vaccine. It's like one vaccine. It's a bunch of like condensed. You can't even get like the broken down like, oh, I just want like whooping cough. I want like, it's all combined in your brand new baby.
So many people have allergic reaction. Here is a living proof of one, and
or a dead proof.
This guy's got jokes, man.
But honestly, the plus side is finally people don't want to shake hands, which has always been such an awkward thing for me because I can't use my right. So it's like such a blessing. I'm like, oh, like we just nod now, like sweet. Like I've been trying to do that my whole life.
Yeah.
So I hope I never go back to shaking hands, dude.
Yeah, I always give you the lefty.
Yeah, it is nice when someone like,
My
does
lady.
it and gives me especially it's really cool if the person doesn't know me but they're just aware of like what's happening and they just give me the left hand.
Yeah.
And it just feels so good. And so because there's always I have like this upside down like awkward thing, or the worst is when there'll be like this like jock buff guy and they're not paying attention, and especially they're like trying to like impress me or something, like that they're stronger. I don't know, like just kind of like a jock, and they'll like grab my hand before I turn it, so my hand gets like crushed in there like
You're
this.
like,
And yes, and I got a ring in there, and like I've had like broken fingers. I'm like,
Thanks for ruining my
so
good
I'm
hand.
good. So let's never go
motherfucker.
back to shaking hands. I'm super excited about. But and I will tell
Fist
you
bumps.
that I'm not anti-vaccinations. I think everybody should get vaccinated, so my kids don't have to. So
This guy gets paralyzed from vaccination and still is pro-vaccination.
well, as long as I don't have to. I just don't think. I think people should have a choice, and I don't.
I think
that-
people should have
you know
a choice.
what's so crazy?
I think there should be some options and just more like it's just like it dumbfounds me. I don't know what I'm saying, but I know what I'm talking about. You know, I'm not a scientist, I'm not
Yeah.
a doctor, but it's like the fact that there's just one vaccine for everybody is insane. People are going to have
And it's
bad.
mandatory.
It has happened in the past. It's happened right now. Like people have allergic reactions.
Yeah,
It's
there you
like,
go.
dude, you give. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
There should
So
be
you have the
options. There
choice.
should
You
be
should have
alternatives.
options.
There should be more than just one thing.
Well, you know what's so crazy is I was looking, so I was like, I wonder if I could like sue now. Like, could you just look and see? Because I know my mom had 5 kids. I asked her like years later, I'm like, Mom, why didn't you ever sue? And she was like, you know, I had 5 kids. I'm like, what does that mean, Mo? Like,
She was busy,
4 out
man.
of 5 ain't bad, I guess, right? Like, I know she's just like
I had
surviving.
4 other healthy ones.
Seriously, that
So
was her
what?
answer. I'm like, she's like, I was just grateful that God just like, you know, yours was such a minor side. I just love you how you were. I'm like, yeah, but we could have used the money. Like we were on food stamps and like,
Yeah.
it was like crazy.
His mom is the sweetest lady. I remember going to your house with your grandma and just I was the
Menudo.
bad kid in your house.
Some bean and cheese burritos.
Bean and cheese burritos, using the food stamps, the little tickets. At
Oh yeah, I
school.
would sell those things.
You'd sell them to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
sold me your whole book.
Cause you could get like a whole meal from the
Yeah.
cafeteria, and I
For
was like,
40 cents.
Boom.
You get yours were good for breakfast and lunch. So I get bagel,
dude, I
cream
I
cheese,
know
and
that.
juice box for like
platinum member, dude.
20 cents, and lunch was like 40 cents. It was awesome.
I know.
It's also weird that they gave you food stamp tickets and then made you pay like the smallest amount. It's like,
Yeah, well, they
why don't you
added
just
that.
make it free.
Yeah,
It's
they
40
added
cents.
that later. It used to
What's
be in middle
happening here?
school. It was free. Like they just didn't give it to us. But
In
for
high
some
school, it's a
reason-
weird amount.
Yeah, they
and it
added-
wasn't like 50 cents.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy. It was like, I need a quarter, a dime, and a nickel, or
Yeah,
I'm
they were, like,
getting the
paying
dime.
for the
It was
paper
like,
to
I was like,
print it or something on it or
I
something.
don't understand it.
Yeah, it was really dumb. But
But thank you for that.
I should just give it to you for
I was
free.
poor but didn't qualify. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably because my dad made enough money,
Combined,
but he
just
wouldn't
didn't
give us
contribute.
any. Poor by default.
I think we both like connected because we both had 2 older sisters. We both had like good dads, but just demons. Like
Yeah, just good dads
really bad
that
demons.
their sauce got the better of them.
Yeah, and just so I know, just so you know, I know this is a comedy thing, but I'm just so proud of you, man. Like my dad never got, he ended up dying from it, and I have a lot of people that just never got out of it, but you did, and it's just so awesome to see.
Thank you,
like,
buddy.
Inspirational.
Well, I saw the route. That's why I never. This is gonna get dark, but that's why I never shot up. A lot of my buddies were shooting up, and I was just like, I had the opportunities. I was like, if I go down that rabbit hole, I ain't never coming
What was
back.
the final thing? The final thing you were, maybe you don't want to say it, specific thing, but there was just something that went down.
Trying to
you were
have a
like,
career here.
and you were just like, I'm
I've
done.
said it in the past. I hope it doesn't resurface. It
Okay.
will.
But it's something you just like,
Nah, it's just what are you gonna do?
not do it again.
Yeah. Oh God.
But yeah, it's such a inspiration and awesome. And anytime people know who you are now, like I always mention you, I'm like, oh yeah,
It's really weird.
cool.
It's so weird. You feel like we're still in the studio. I always make jokes, but people think because you have fans, you're rich. It's like, nah, dude, I'm in the studio with no kitchen. I have a
No.
15-year-old car.
no, dude, he's got like this stainless steel smart refrigerator right there.
No, I don't. Stop lying to the people.
I just went in there.
We'll
like,
turn the camera around. I'll do it.
No.
You'll see my hot plate and a bathtub full of dishes right fucking now if you
They're
want
like,
to fact check me.
You're
But it's just so weird. You just feel like
He's
a
got
fraud.
Coronas in there, dude. He still drinks.
Hey, look,
got-
a syringe loaded with heroin.
He's got this big gray bomb right there. This guy's full of it.
That's a cat. It's a cat bong. So cute. I had to get it. Yeah, you just feel weird. You feel like I was just so used to being a loser for so long.
Yeah.
You just feel like a fraud and a phony. And that was like
I missed that window because you kind of like I shouldn't have
you got
graduated
out.
early, and yeah, I kind of went one direction, you went the other way. So
yeah, you went the easy route. I went down to the dungeon for
Yeah.
about 7 years. I don't know. Because it wasn't all bad. I mean,
Yeah,
I
of
did.
course.
It starts out in the movies. You like smoke a little weed, drink a little beer, and then pop a little pill. Then the pills come in, then Coke comes in, and then OxyContin comes in. Then you smoke it, then you sniff it, then you chase the dragon. A little black tar heroin never hurt anybody. Anyways, and then you hit the pookie pipe, and the good Lord made meth.
What? So, would you actually?
and then you get
did you
out,
actually
and then
cook
you
it?
get
You
out.
actually like made
No,
stuff?
no.
So just like,
Hash oil and stuff like that.
yeah. But that's cool. So now, I mean, everything just shut down for you. What's the plan? Like, you guys like?
You're looking at it. Just podcasting, do some Zoom shows, but they're pretty awful. I keep saying yes and regretting it. It's just like
Wait, yes to what?
stand up through Zoom to live
Oh,
audiences.
yeah.
I'm just like, this isn't.
It's hard because like the delay.
I have to
and, like,
cancel.
the-
It's just bad, dude.
Yeah.
It's awful.
I've watched a couple of them. I'm like, and then the people that are like trying to rant, you look like they're like keep going, but then someone's laughing, so you can't really hear what they're saying.
Yeah,
It's not the same.
It's
It's literally called stand up, and everyone's sitting down. So
worst joke I've ever heard. You have
But
to
that's-
leave now.
that's
We're not
that's a
friends
true
anymore. We're not friends. I don't care if we've been friends for 20 years. You're done. Get out. Why are you using that like a limp dick? No. You are a dad now. That's a dad.
I know, it is, that
Dude,
is.
my dad has been trying to get me. My dad has been trying. They sent me a recording. I'll post it on my story. Has been trying to get me to do this shittiest joke I've ever heard.
He wants credit.
Oh, dude, for 5
it
years.
right now.
For 5
Do it
years
right
now.
now.
It's not a joke. He brought it up like last week, and my sister was like, "Oh my God, this is 5 years." 5 years. He goes, "Okay, son, you got to put this in your act. You got to put this in your act. It's good. It's gold. It's like a Seinfeld. It's solid gold, Jerry. It's just." And he says like, "Okay, so this guy drives up to a car. You know how there's baby wipes? He's like, you call them bum wipes for your bum.
So far, so
and then
good.
you pull up to a car and you go, excuse me, sir, do you have any bum wipes?"
I like it. I like it.
That's the
That's
bit.
the joke?
That's the joke.
That's the joke?
Yeah, and he laughs and laughs, thinks it's the best thing.
I don't get what's his.
He's like, you get it? You call it bum instead of baby.
Oh, because you're
And
like
I'm like-
homeless. You're supposed to be like look homeless or something.
I don't even know. I've never laughed. The only reason I laugh is he's still
So
bringing it up.
stupid, yeah.
He's brought it up to me. I'm
I
not
like
even.
it. I really like it actually.
No.
You should get credit.
He has legitimately brought it up to me at least 15 to 20 times. And over years now. And my sisters and I just literally, we went from like laughing at, because it was so bad, to like angry, like stop it, to now it's funny again. Oh my God, he's still talking about this? Still talking about the worst joke that there's no punchline. It doesn't even make sense.
You're gonna show up to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's and be like, "See bum wipes," though, and be like, "Damn it, it was a business
He was
idea.
right.
It wasn't a joke. It wasn't."
Jesus, it just won't give
I
up.
love your dad. I love your dad and your mom. You got lucky, man. All-star parents.
Yeah,
So
all-star
good.
parents that gave me Kool-Aid in a bottle and put me in front of a TV. Sugar and a TV. But no, I love them, but
Okay. Were they
Yeah,
ever
something went
together?
wrong
Were they
somewhere
ever together?
along the
When
lines.
I don't think they were ever together.
no, they split up when I was in like 5th or 6th grade.
Yeah, that's right when I came in the picture, probably.
Yeah,
Oh man, and your sisters are so. What a funny family.
I got
man.
lucky with my sisters,
Should be
man.
like a
I mean, I love
reality
my
show.
parents. Don't get me wrong. It's just kind of like, also too, like back then, you just kind of set your kids out in the backyard.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
different.
yeah.
Like you say that, like I feel like an old person.
true.
It was different. It was though.
Yeah.
It was just like, he's like, here's a knife, here's some fireworks, have at it. I'm like, I'm 6, Dad.
Yeah.
Thanks.
As soon as we
I
could,
went
we
with
stole
it.
beer,
I
went to
loved
the
it.
We went to like the Sandlot. Basically, it's like the
West-
Intradare Little
yeah.
League. Just started drinking
Remember
beers over there.
drinking beer? Remember just climbing through the sewers? Remember we just go
a rope swing. Do
The
people know
rope
about the
swing?
rope swing?
Oh my god! Remember that one kid like fell and broke his
Many
arm?
kids.
Oh
Many,
my
many
god!
kids.
It was just dude. It was a rope swing over concrete
Yeah.
sewer fungus.
Heroin needles and freaking like.
Dude, I'm not joking. This is
Rocks.
like sewer water.
And I had one hand. I'd be like, surprised.
He's always with us. After
So-
this kid, any kid that fell in that water just cry, and these are tough kids. It's just sewer shit water, you know. And
so cool. But you would go through these tunnels. It's such a great memory. Oh my gosh. You go through these tunnels,
that was awful.
spray paint, and like you just
These
barely
tunnels
fit
is-
through Ninja Turtle style, and you come out. It was like Narnia for kids.
Dude, remember? Were you there when we went all the way through and? It started at Intradero Park in Torrance, and we went through the tunnel with flashlights. Got
Yeah.
narrow and narrow. Finally, the end, we're
Got
just like
scary.
this,
That
like
got scary.
we're little kids,
Yeah.
dude. Finally, get through, and we're in Redondo Beach.
Yeah.
We went like a mile underground.
Yeah, it was
Through
legit. Like,
sewers. Like, what if water turned on
Yeah.
and flushed us? Like, who's watching us?
Yeah.
Why are we in sewer? Not to mention E. coli,
Oh, yeah.
Ebola, Corona, whatever the fuck.
bats.
Bats. I just remember these spiders and oh my
gross.
god,
I
dude.
would never do that. Imagine my kid. I'd be like, oh, never. I'm so like a germaphobe
Just
now.
come out just filthy.
So good
filthy,
memories.
just-
And we'd have gnarly just dirt rock fights. Some of them would break. Some of them
Some of
wouldn't.
us got hit with rocks.
Like straight up
Bottle
dirt rock
rocket fights, Roman candle
Stealing
fights.
chromies off of
Remember we'd
people's
roll
cars?
down the big hill in the barrel?
Heck yeah. Yeah.
This is steel barrel, dude. It isn't no rubber barrel.
Like straight
Just
up
brain damage. Just hit. Just. Oh my
Good
god.
memories. Good memories.
I'd do it again. These little kids, little.
It was
pussy
Jackass
ass
before
bitches, They
Jackass.
don't understand. Sorry, you got family. I'm not your kids though. All the other
My kids watch this, bro, dude. Keep it down.
Really?
No.
I was saying no, don't. Yeah, man. That's how it's supposed to be. Digging that dirt, baby.
So good. So good. So have you so you've been doing a lot of writing now? or
Whoa,
you-
we went. How long we been doing?
Hour 15, something like that.
That's a good guess. Because usually I about half hour through, I'm like, are we there yet? Nice. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
Oh, I just said no, we can end it, man.
No. I got nowhere to go.
Yeah, see,
Where's
yeah.
I gotta go? Pet my cat. I live
People.
with them.
It's good to
fine.
be around anybody right now at this point, dude.
I know,
don't
dude.
even care.
Talk to the lady at the post. It's good to see you.
I know. Did you tell him your Mary Poppins?
Oh my god! I went to.
That's why he was late.
I was late to my own podcast because I went to the post office to mail a T-shirt to my buddy, and this guy had a duffel bag, Mary Poppins bag. It must have been 60 packages, and he was right before me, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" It's just that's not a good story. Edit that out. I took a picture of it. It was
Make it
too
a good
many
story.
packages.
Pretend something happened.
And then he farted and died.
That's a true story, guys.
Just sorry. The
Sorry, I was
post
late.
office.
An
girl.
old man died of farting.
It's a big fart. It's a big fart. You ever fart razor blades? Why do they hurt?
Because they're razor blade. Literally a razor blade just came out, bro.
Yeah, my dad told me that one.
So good. All right, let's close out strong. What's a
Okay.
good?
Good one.
We can edit
Good
out. We're
one.
gonna go with a banger. Let me think of something.
We need a poop story.
Oh yeah, how did I forget that? I know you got. All my guess is a poo poo segment where you
No,
shit your
I
pants.
Have I have
am-
heard. And I thought
Um,
I didn't have a story,
You
but
have,
but I got one.
of course you.
I got one. I was like, I can't leave anybody hanging. Okay, so I had just turned 21 years old. I know this because I was in Hermosa, and remember that place? It's called Blue 42, Blue 32, something like that. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's not what it's called. That's a football term, but I know what you're talking about.
Ultra Blue,
Yeah,
Blue,
something like
Blue
that.
Angels. Blue
Yeah,
something.
I got kicked out of there a few times.
So anyways, I'm at
Blue
that place. I'm
Bayou.
with Brian Levy, Wes Noble, and I'm like, oh crap, like I gotta crap.
Boogaloo.
No, it wasn't. Maybe I don't. Doesn't
Ele-
matter. Doesn't matter.
Break
It's
into an
literally
electric
has
boogaloo
nothing to do with the
turbo
story.
and diesel. That's a good
And
movie,
so,
though.
but the problem with in Hermosa and probably any bars is like you don't want to poop at a bar because it's not like the door's open. There's a line going in.
There's 75
like,
different
yeah.
men's piss on that toilet.
Don't-
Not
yeah,
one.
oh, for sure.
Dang,
And
drunk
nobody
dude
like
get fucked.
closes the stall. It's just, and I have a hard time pooping in general, just like around people.
poop anywhere.
Now I can, but like this is when I was kind of like insecure and stuff. And oh my gosh, I have to tell a story that just reminded me. Just it's very short, but so. But I'm so like crap, I gotta crap, and I'm like I just gotta go. So I go in the line. I'm like crap, I can't go here. Like there's no way. So I just decided I'm like I'm just gonna go to the where those outside bathrooms are right there. I'll just go to those outside bathrooms. They're really disgusting, like outhouse
Those are
bathrooms,
worse.
basically just really
Those are
gross. But at least it's
homeless.
private. You can close the door, and so I go into that, and they're locked. And now it's an emergency.
Uh-oh.
Now it's bad. I'm like, oh crap, I've been drinking. I'm a little bit drunk. I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? Seriously, what do I do? And now there's like lines getting into all these bars. Most is really busy. And so I'm like, I just got to go in the sand. Like, I'm just going to go down in the water. I'm going to go in the sand and no one's going to see me. And I'm just going to poop in the sand. This is a good idea. This is a very smart idea. So I start kind of running. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is happening. But here's the problem. I start running and the pier is lit up. The pier is right there. And there's just people like sitting there making out, looking at the ocean. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like they can full on see me doing this right now.
That guy, he's shitting in the
Like,
sand.
this is happening right now. And so, and I'm like,
At least he buried it.
now's the time. And I literally just pulled down my pants and took a dump. And people could definitely see me like, and I just looked up and I'm just like,
Sorry.
and then I walked back to Boogaloo or whatever, blue car, blue something. And then they're like, where are you doing? I'm like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, just don't walk in the sand.
Yeah. But yeah, so that happened. But this reminded me of something that you just
Still
told me
not
right
your
now.
pants, but it's
I know you
good.
can-
That was a good one. I approve.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit got in there. Maybe just a little bit.
Oh, little
know,
Hershey
you know.
squirts.
But I thought about
You
remember
sat on it.
what was that guy's name that had a weird name that played baseball with you that kind of did a little, kind of went down a wrong path too. Got into pills and stuff. I can't think of his name. Probably doesn't matter what his name is. I don't want to.
Yeah, let's not
say his
name him.
But you know what I'm talking
Jeff.
about. He was like good looking, like good singer. He was like really just a good guy, and then just I can't remember. He had a weird name, but white. He was like a white guy. Dang it! I wish I remembered his name.
Hercules? I don't
Remember
know.
something like that, honestly. But anyways, he was really funny, and so we had this thing where we would go into the bathroom, and then, like I'd walk in, and there'd be like a little freshman there, and he'd be going pee, and there's like 5-6 stalls, but I would just walk in, and I would go to the right next to him. Like that's not politically correct. That is like.
In high school, nobody
you
did
you
that.
don't do
You're
that.
ahead of
Even
the
now,
curve.
you shouldn't do that. You should like.
Yeah, put
like,
a stall in
come
between.
On.
you.
Like
Yeah.
if there's no one available, you go to that one. But there's no one. There was space for sure. And I'd just be like, go ahead, and I'd be like, and just start like I forget what song we would do, but we'd be like, ba 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 ran. Ba, ba, ba. And the kid is like not peeing, because he's nervous. Like this senior or junior just starts singing and he's trying to pee. And I just start singing. But then Cole, is his name? Cole? Is that his name? No. Colin? Karen? Doesn't matter. And then he would come around.
Karen.
And and go next to him. And he would jump in and start singing. He'd be like, ba 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 ra. And ba ba ba, and then another person would come in, and we full on started doing these like a cappella groups, like singing, and the little Indian kid or little Asian kid would be like, "What is happening?"
I'm just trying to study harder. I don't know.
So good though.
Bad joke. Huh?
Yeah.
Why?
So guys, hey,
Sometimes
So
life
grateful to
doesn't
see
work
you.
out. No. We end with a banger just like this. Oh.
big gulps, huh?
Well, see you later. Best line of the movie. Oh my God. I say it all the time. Most of these kids don't get it. Dumb and Dumber.
It's unfortunate.
If you haven't seen Dumb and Dumber, go watch it tonight. It's a classic. That diarrhea scene. Jeff Daniels just
So
stomping poop out, and then the little. And you go.
any of the Billy Madison old school ones. Those
Oh,
are just
dude, so good.
So
That Norm Macdonald spraying the kid with what? I don't even know you, mister. Why are you doing this to me? And he's like, oh, that's good. That's comedy, man.
So good. So good. All right, can I plug something?
Yeah, of course. I forgot. This Adam is a finance man, and he's right.
No, I just wanted to plug my iPhone. My phone's gonna die. I don't want it to.
Oh, you stupid.
Dad joke, baby. Dad joke. It just comes out. It just comes out. Can't help it. It's in me. It's in me. I was born to do dad jokes. I love you. I appreciate you.
Bum
so
wipes.
grateful. I'll be back at the first show for sure.
Yeah, I love you. Check him out. He's built a financial empire. I don't know about that stuff, but
Yeah.
you need your phone plugged in. Hit him
I
up.
basically do. I basically just now try to do stand up in a financial workshop, so it's pretty fun. It's too
He does
much dad
financial
jokes.
workshop retirement plans for the middle class in I don't know. Correct
World
me if I'm wrong.
class, all
We're all
class,
class,
first
upper
class,
class, lower class, middle
Lower
class.
No class.
No class.
When you make a lot of money, Craig, come to me.
Fart class.
For sure.
What can you do with my Patreon money? Can you? No, just kidding.
Get you a discount.
Boy, this
on
is a
some.
bad ending. We had a real, we
Dude,
had a,
so
we had a,
good.
we had a good
So good.
podcast.
Can we just do like a
This ending-
fade out, like
Yeah,
some
can we
fade out,
Oh,
where it's like,
do the Instagram.
All right, I'm
do,
gonna-
do, 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 do. Bling.
hey, they used to call it stand up, but they're doing sit down and Zoom. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
my God.
Hey, good night. Thank you.
Here's my knife. Stab yourself. I love you all. Adam Mockett. No, leave my knife case alone. Check him out. Subscribe, rate, review, all that farts. Get your dick out of the shot, Adam. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much. Peace. Are we rolling?
Yeah.
All right, here comes some shout outs. First of all, hope you're having a swell pandemic. I need to give a shout out to my new Patreon subscribers. Thank you, Priscilla Jones, Ash. That's it. No last name. Raul Munoz, Stephanie Luftwaffe. That seems very I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Lofel. I'm sorry, Stephanie. Rhonda Prothro, Joseph, no last name, Christian Mendez Thrall, and Tristan and Hunter Holt upgrading to a beautiful tier. Wow. Anyways, thank you, my new Patreon subscribers. I truly appreciate you. I said appreciate weird. You guys, between Patreon and my new sponsors, El Sativo Tequila, you guys are now literally paying my rent. And since I just got denied unemployment, thank you, government. You guys, thank you. So Patreon, subscribe, rate, review, like, subscribe. I don't know. Just fucking do it. And if you don't want to, don't. It's okay. Anyways, El Sativo Tequila. Also, weirdest thing ever, I'm sponsored by alcohol. I'm 6 years sober. I don't give a fuck. Not a lot, but a couple people were like, you're sober. You shouldn't be sponsored by alcohol. You know what? Fuck you. Are you paying my rent? I'm not rich. Okay? Also, thank you, El Sativo, for literally being my first sponsor ever officially to pay me money. And God bless you. And I overdosed on tequila when I was 16 years old and took a shot about a decade later when I was like 26, threw up instantly. I can't have tequila. That's because I have a problem and I'm an addict. But El Sativo Tequila is a high-end tequila. It was it won the tequila award, best tequila at the alcohol festival. I didn't even know that was a thing, but it's a real thing. It's a world-renowned tequila. It also has happy terpenes in it, so it's a mood enhancer. It's supposed to give you energy and make you happier with the terpenes. The terpenes is of something that's in plants and in marijuana, and you know how I feel about marijuana, even though I don't smoke it. And maybe soon this quarantine's getting to me. Anyways, thank you, El Sativo Tequila. God bless you. Check them out if you are a tequila drinker. High-end shit. I can't have it. I'll throw up and go to jail. But you can. So God bless you, El Sativo Tequila and Patreon. All Patreon subscribers and my new guys. And that's it. Thank you so much. Stay safe. I love you all. Peace.